The greatest achievement of somebody comes right after their worst defeat.
You will never in life meet a hater do better than you.
That's a fact.
Do you feel like you've been wasting time? Like your greatest enemy is actually yourself? Like you've been self-sabotaging your success? Like you've been holding yourself back from your potential? Wherever you're at right now, if you feel like you've been sabotaging your success up until this point with procrastination, excuses, putting things off, saying that I'm not ready yet, this video right here is a wake-up call. I've been exactly where you are right now. If you clicked on this, you're obviously sick and tired of letting the days and months go by knowing that your potential is way up here, but where you're living it is way down here. But if not, then click off this video because it's not meant for you. See, it's time to become that new 2.0 version of ourselves who does what we say we're going to do, who's committed to our goals no matter what obstacles and challenges come our way, and who feels the fear and does the thing anyway. See, we all face setbacks, fear, discouragement, obstacles, but it's not the obstacles that define us, it's how we respond to the obstacles. Some of the greatest success stories come on the heels of tremendous adversity. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to transmute those hardships that you felt along the way, that rough hand that you might have been dealt, and turn them into your greatest strengths. Because when you're surrounded by darkness, you've actually been planted. And out of the darkness comes the light. And maybe the adversities that you're going through right now are actually the seeds of your greatest blessings. Believe me, I've been there, and sometimes it seems like nobody understands, even your friends and your family. It's like nobody gets what you're going through. You know that you're meant for something greater, but everybody else is kind of just going through the motions and they don't realize what you're talking about. They don't realize what's bothering you. I put things off, procrastinated under the guise of perfectionism, but the secret is to fail fast and fail forward. Because the more reps you get in, the faster you learn. Stephen Pressfield in The War of Art says, the more important the goal or the call to action is, the greater resistance we will feel towards pursuing it. That's why it's important to understand that no matter where you're at right now and what you're going through, your comeback is possible. It is possible for you to make the greatest comeback of your life if you change, and that's what we're going to be discussing in this video. So sit back, take it all in, and you may want to rewatch this because I'm going to give you 5 actionable steps in how to change into that 2.0 version of yourself. So first, we're going to start with contrast. It's been scientifically proven that contrast is the most effective way to motivate you toward action. And what I mean is, imagine yourself at the end of your life. You're in your 80s, sitting in your rocking chair, and you're filled with regret, knowing that you let life slide and pass by you, and all the years that you spent fearing the judgment of others and fearing failure, and maybe even fearing success itself, are now gone by. And there's no way to get them back. There's no way to turn into that man or woman that you once dreamed of becoming. And I want you to sit there and really visualize and imagine this and what that feels like. Pause the video and come back when you're done with the visualization. Now, they say that fear is the most powerful motivating force, and that's the key in this visualization. Normally, when people talk about visualization, they talk about imagining the outcome that you want, the good outcome. But that becomes even more powerful when contrasted against the outcome that you do not want. So now, what is more powerful for you? The fear of staying the same or the fear of the unknown? Because ultimately, that is what is going to propel you either to becoming that new version of yourself or staying where you are right now. And the first step in this process is to create that vision of who it is that you want to become. Create it in your mind's eye. You might want to script it out, and you can pause the video again for this and come back if that helps. But look at examples from people that you know or people that you strive to be like. Who do you admire? What qualities and traits do you want to have? Get that vision of yourself solidified in your mind. What does that better version of yourself do every single day? What kind of habits do they have? For example, you can write down things like they never get distracted when they're on their mission. They carry stress that others can't. They delay gratification. Being in control of your emotions. Make a list and put it up where you can see it and remind yourself to stay in line with that new vision of yourself, that ideal version of yourself that you are now moving toward, and you will become this ideal self. Now, along this journey, you're going to be filled with all kinds of different emotions, including very, very dark emotions. There may be emotions of jealousy, emotions of fear, anxiety, and even envy and hatred for people that have wronged you, for people that have succeeded in areas where you haven't. And rather than all the traditional advice around only thinking positive thoughts and only feeling good, is I want you to acknowledge those darker emotions within. Use that to fuel yourself, transmute that dark energy into something productive, and get vengeance, not in a harmful or violent manner, in a manner that leads you to your greatest success. We're hardwired as social animals, and we might as well lean into that in order to generate these powerful emotions that can help us get where we want to go. If we care about what other people think about us, use that to our advantage. If we want to be successful because we want to make a lot of money, use it to your advantage. If you want to kill them with success, use it to your advantage.
Success is the greatest form of revenge.
It can even be a circumstance. If you grew up poor and your mother always had to go to work and work 10, 12-hour days, then use that emotion as the fuel to get vengeance on that situation so that she never has to work like that again. And all the people that have done you wrong, instead of wishing ill upon them, just use that emotion to drive yourself to become the greatest success that you can ever imagine, to drive yourself to the heights of your potential. The next step is to engage, wake up out of the matrix and be present in the moment and be effectual with your communication and communicate like somebody who knows what they're doing and knows where they're going. Like somebody who is directing the world around them, not in a constant state of reactivity to it. The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle can be helpful with this, as well as other spiritual teachings like Tufti the Priestess, written by Vadim Zeeland. Next, once you have this vision of yourself and who it is that you are now becoming, and you're using those dark emotions that you have in a positive direction, it's time to pick a skill to become great at. You can't choose your results, but you can choose your skill level. By working hard at something, you can improve and become exceptional at that thing. Now with this, it can be anything from getting better at marketing, getting better at sales, getting better at coding, getting better at building websites. Whatever it may be for you, you have to pick that one skill and go all in on that skill. You're gonna wanna go monk mode, which means that you're going to get rid of and cut out all distractions that keep you from pursuing and accomplishing this level of skill that you've decided to attain. What I would recommend is putting your phone onto airplane mode for working hours or simply turning off notifications on your phone. But whatever it is that you need to do, let your loved ones know that from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., you don't want to be bothered because you're working on something. But whatever it is that you need to do, you need to cut out the distractions and cut out all of the superfluous stuff that's not helping you get where you want to go. And one mindset shift that can help with this is shifting the idea of I need to do this to I get to do this. Because we all have important tasks that need to be done, whether it's going to create a script for a video, whether it's picking up your kids from work, whether it is going and doing those errands that you've been putting off. We can simply reframe all of these tedious, mundane, or tasks that we don't feel like doing into opportunities. I get to be here recording this video for you guys. I get to go pick up my girlfriend from work later. I get to feed my cat Mochi and my cat Lucifer. Even though sometimes they can be a pain in the ass. Isn't that right? And by shifting your focus into the fact that you get to do these things, that's going to make a major, major difference in your resistance towards doing them, because they are opportunities. It is amazing that we now have the power of the internet to share ideas like this and to communicate with people at such a mass scale. The next step is you're going to pick 3 needle-moving tasks every day to accomplish in order to get you closer to this vision of this new self that you're becoming. And the reason that we're picking 3 tasks is because 3 is a magic number that our brain is able to hold in at one time. Once we get to 4, 5, 6, you might say, oh, I want to do all these other things. But if they're really important tasks, what happens is that you get overwhelmed. There's information overwhelm, and then there's overwhelm with all the things that we need to be doing. And what you can do is pick those 3 tasks that are the most important. And if you actually get all those done, you're going to see more progress towards your goals than you have creating these lists of 6, 8, 10, 15 things to do in a day. One time management strategy that has really helped me out with this is to time chunk my day. What I will do is, again, chunk my day into 3 slots. The first one being from 7 to 1 p.m., the next one being from 1 to 7 p.m., and the last one being from 7 to 1 a.m. Rather than getting it into too minute detail of what's going to be time blocked when, I'm able to say, okay, this is now going to happen in this slot, this is now going to happen in this slot, and this is going to happen in this. Now, as you go through this process, there's going to be good days, there's going to be bad days. And again, this comes down to your focus. You don't have the ability to choose the results and the outcomes that you get, but you do have the ability to choose your actions that you take on the way there. You have the ability to decide what you're going to do with your time and how you're going to allot your time and how you're going to manage your time. Set your priorities. Pick your 3 lever moving tasks every day. Define that vision of that person in your mind that you want to become. And if you apply every single thing I've said in this video, you're going to have the greatest comeback of your life. With that being said, much love as always. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe for more videos on self-improvement, mindset, psychology, and becoming the best version of yourself. Drop me a comment below and let me know if this video helped you. Much love, and I will see you guys in the next video.